Rec League Podcast. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family, tell your haters. Available on Radio Public, Stitcher, Breaker, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. At Rec League Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. At Rec League Pod on Twitter. Episode 5 available now. Yo, whether you watching this from Facebook, Twitter, click the link in my Instagram, or YouTube itself. What up, world? I just saw Night School, and it stars Kevin Hart, Tiffany Haddish, Megalyn Ichinuwoke. I hope that's how you say her name. I don't think it is whatsoever. Rob Riggle, Romany Malco, Ann Winters, Keith David, Ben Schwartz, and others that I am blanking on hard. Is directed by Malcolm D. Lee, who has directed some underrated movies over the past 20 years or so. Best Man, Undercover Brother, Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins, Soul Men, Best Man Holiday, Barbershop, The Next Cuts, and most recently, Girls Trip. If you want to get a shout out in my review of, let's say, A Star is Born and Venom, stay tuned to the end of the video to figure out how you can do that. So, you got Kevin Hart. He is a successful working man who did not graduate high school. And after some life changes occur, in order to better himself, he needs to go get his GED. He can only do so by taking night school classes. At first, I was thinking about skipping this one because I thought it looked cool. I thought it looked okay. And then I thought about last summer. Girls Trip came out. I slept on it theatrically. The Blu-ray was a blind buy, and I ended up thinking it was hysterical. So I vowed to myself to not sleep on any more Malcolm D. Lee comedies. And I found myself laughing throughout the hour and a half runtime, however long it is. It's funny from start to finish. I was going through the random Letterboxd user reviews of this movie, and it was a bunch of low starred ratings, just hating, just people that aren't fans of Kevin Hart crying about how they don't like Kevin Hart, yet they knew it was a Kevin Hart movie, and they still spent money to go see a movie starring Kevin Hart, knowing they don't like Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart had me dying throughout. He's got a writing credit on this movie too, and it's like, if you know what you're good at, if you know what works, write for yourself. I mean, get a writing paycheck while you getting an acting paycheck, and he even got a producing paycheck. Tiffany Haddish, who I have been a fan of since the Carmichael Show. She was a scene stealer in the Carmichael Show. She was good in Keanu. She broke out in Girls Trip, and she kills it here too. Like, she's the night school teacher who's a hard ass who does what she has to do to get her students to pay attention. You know what I mean? I mean, the other classmates, Rob Riggle, Mary Lynn Rosjanub, another name that I don't mean to mispronounce, but I know I did. Romany Malco, who was in the 40-year-old version. Ann Winters. There's a dude who Kevin Hart has an interaction with at the beginning of the movie who ends up in his class, and it provided some funny confrontation. And like, they all have moments where they provide laughs. Like, it works. Ben Schwartz from House of Lies plays Kevin Hart's friend who encourages him to take the classes, and they have a good back and forth. Brisha Webb from Marlon plays his sister. Like, there's not a wasted cast member in this movie. Like, everybody in this movie has a chance to provide laughs, and that's what I thought was real dope about this movie. That there's not any like write-off characters. I don't know if his girl, the Megan Ichinuwoke, who she was in the Arrowverse a couple years ago. She played Vixen. around like season 3 when the totems and all that. I don't want to get into any nerd DC show stuff right now, but I'm just saying she was in those. She doesn't really have any humorous moments, but she's what Kevin Hart is trying to be successful for. You know what I'm saying? She is successful, and he's trying to be as successful. You know what I'm saying? Even Taron Killam, who has a history. His character and Kevin Hart's character have a history, and he would be the movie's antagonist, and he tries to make things difficult for Kevin Hart, but he even has humorous moments. If you're a Kevin Hart fan, you're gonna find this movie hilarious. I didn't like take a poll in my theater, but my whole theater was laughing ridiculously from start to finish, as was I, as was my wife, and it's a hilarious movie. There isn't really anything to nitpick about this movie. If you like Kevin Hart, if you're a fan, you know what you're getting into. With all that being said, in my opinion, I will say that Night School is dope. And um I mean, I once again, like I've been since August, I've been surprised quite a few times at the theater, all for the better. Have you seen Night School? What did you think about it, man? Positive, negative, somewhere in between? Let me know. If you want that shout out in my review of, like I said, either A Star Is Born or Venom, how much will Smallfoot make opening weekend? Get your guesses in. Be the first, be the closest before noon Central Time. NFL kickoff, the early games, NFL kickoff. I know that I say that every week. Be the first, be the closest within $2 million, higher or lower. You get shouted next weekend. I have recently posted a review for Smallfoot. I have recently posted reviews for A Simple Favor, The Predator, White Boy Rick, Peppermint, Searching. Check those out, man. My top 5 favorite movies of summer, that's posted. My 3 favorite movies of the third quarter of the year is right around the corner. Stay tuned for all of that. Next weekend starts October. Venom, A Star Is Born, First Man, Goosebumps 2, and Bad Times at the El Royale. Cannot wait for those. NBA playoff predictions on the way. All of that, man. Rec League Podcast episode 6. The YouTube upload for episode 5 will be up tomorrow. So stay tuned. Like, subscribe, comment. Find me where you find me, man. Don't know where to find me. Watch these credits. Peace.